guys, Mr. C, silverfox, still in Bogota. Just want to talk to you about one of the things that you're going to have to go through if you want to grow out of the space that you occupy in your world right now and grow into a much bigger space, especially if you're going to do it through daygame. If you're going to do it through daygame and building up your masculinity, you're going to find that a ton of people do not like you. This is just how it goes, especially in Western culture. Most people will not make that pivot with you. You know, you're going to start to do things that a lot of your friends, your female friends, some of your family are going to think are really wacky, and some of your views are just going to be really wacky. You're going to start taking personal responsibility in a world that is obsessed with being a victim and not taking personal responsibility. A lot of these things are mutually exclusive. You know, a lot of your friends, you're going to be approaching women and charming them, and they're going to say to you that you are being abusive because you're walking up to her and saying, "Excuse me, can I tell you you look beautiful?" Which to me is fucking hilarious, but it happens all the time. You know, and a natural response is that you've got these friends, let's say you've got these 5 or 10 guys that you've been friends with since you were in university or high school or something, and you guys have been super good friends, and you're going to discover daygame, you're going to start to get some gains in it, and you're going to really want to introduce your friends and convince your friends that this is the cat's ass and this is a gold mine, and they should be trying to upgrade their skills with women too, and you think you're helping them, and you think you guys are going to be friends together and, you know, sit and sing kumbaya, drink a beer and go out and do daygame and then share incredible stories. It doesn't work like that. You know, I tried it. I know personally probably 30 people that have tried it, and out of that, like maybe 2 or 3 of all of those people's friends actually pivoted into daygame. This is the reason why. You're not doing anything wrong. You want to build your masculinity because you want to crawl up the social dominance hierarchy. I applaud you. It's very important. You should do that. It's great. 95% of people, 98% of people are not going to do what you're doing. They're not interested in it. They can't do it. There's too much fear, and they simply are not willing to address it because it feels too uncomfortable. So the minute that you start growing, it's not that you're a bad person, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's that you highlight their weaknesses. You know, when you walk up to a group of 5 gorgeous women and you interact authentically and you get one of the girls' numbers and you go out on a date tonight with her, or you take her right there on a coffee date right in front of your mates, it's just too much for most guys to take. They see you doing it, and they need to see you fail at it in order to justify the fact that they don't need to grow. So if they see you get blown out and fail, and everybody starts laughing at you, they can accept you back in and be like, "Hey dude, you know what, I tried to tell you, I had to let you do your thing. You know, stop being so silly, and let's just drink our beer and stare at these girls from afar and not approach them." But the minute that you have success with it, you highlight that that guy could be doing the same thing, and that guy's just not willing to put in the time, the effort, and overcome the fear. So he has to believe that what you're doing is wrong. So you're gonna find this. It's the same with money. You know, if you have average friends and then you start doing much more, you know, become much more successful in business, and you increase your earning, and you increase the amount of time that you have off, and you increase your ability to travel the world and all these different things, the vast majority of your friendships just cannot take that pivot. You know, you're talking to this guy over here that's making 25 bucks an hour, and he's been working for the city for 20 years. He used to make 18 bucks, and every year he gets a 50-cent raise. Now he's making 20 bucks. And you don't work 10 months of the year. You just travel and do your shit, or whatever you're doing. You have a tech startup or whatever, you start driving a Ferrari. Whatever your thing is, you know, you're both 50 years old, and all of a sudden you're dating 20-year-old gorgeous, stunning models. He cannot handle the fact that you are successful in that way, and he could be too if he was to make some of the same changes and sacrifices that you were willing to do. So if you want to crawl into the upper tier, claw your way up the ladder, you have to accept that there's going to be casualties along the way. Some of that's going to be your family. They're going to judge you. Some of it's going to be your friends. They're going to judge you. They're going to need to believe that what you're doing is wrong, and they're going to need to basically outcast you for it. Accept it. It's a cost. If you're willing to pay the cost, meet new friends. do not go down the road of trying to convince your current friends that they should do all the day game stuff that you're doing. You're too fresh at it, you're young in it. It's the same as if you're starting a business. I have the exact same advice. You have a great business idea, you're starting your business, do not tell everybody. Pick 2 or 3 people that you know are extremely successful in business and tell them. Do not tell your family, do not tell everybody else. Do your thing, become successful, and just discuss with them when they start asking questions. But repeatedly, I've seen this happen 100 times. You'll tell your friends, all of them, about this great business idea that you have, and 90% of your friends will convince you it's a terrible idea, don't even do it, because they don't want to address their own fear in their own life. And if you're just beginning at it, you'll be too fresh and too kind of wet behind the ears. You won't have enough concrete support. You won't have a support network, and you won't have enough concrete proof to prove to you that what you're doing is incredible, and you'll just fall apart. Much better, just find friends that are already doing day game. Myself, I just went on Craigslist. I got a couple wings there. I just put an ad up saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. Is anybody interested? Is anybody already doing it? And I met with a couple guys in my city that are already doing it. We became good friends, and I started getting in with a couple other guys through Kezia Noble, and then I started getting in with Tusk and spending time with him and a lot of his guys and on this group. And your community will just grow kind of organically as you kind of grow in this lifestyle. But yeah, don't be surprised by that. It's happened to all of us. It's a natural thing. Take care, guys.